Back home, Mom really started making the strawberry cake. I stood at the kitchen doorway, watching her hum a tune as she stirred the batter, my hands trembling involuntarily. Mom, aren't you sad? Lily. She was buried today, I cautiously asked. Mom paused her movements for a second, then turned her head, her face still wearing that unnatural smile. Sad about what? She just went ahead of us, that's all. Come, taste this cream. Is it sweet enough? She held out a spoon with cream on it towards my mouth, her eyes disturbingly eager. I instinctively took a step back. I'm not hungry yet. I'll just go back to my room first. I practically fled upstairs, only to bump into Dad at the staircase landing. In his hand was the candle and board game I loved to play when I was little. He'd thrown that game into the trash when I was 8 because he said it would distract me from studying. How about we play this tonight? Dad's voice was unfamiliar in its tenderness, just like when you were a kid. My heart was pounding hard. Something was wrong. Everything was wrong. I forced a nod, hurried into my room, locked the door, and leaned against it, gasping for breath. It was too bizarre. What was going on with Mom and Dad? And that text message from Lily, Mom and Dad's secret. What could it be? That sentence, they're not even what? A pile of mysteries swirled around me, making me toss and turn, unable to sleep, when the clock struck 1:17 a.m. I couldn't take it anymore. I carefully slipped out from under my covers, planning to go to Lily's room to see if I could find any clues. The hallway was pitch black. I crept along the wall, holding my breath as I passed Mom and Dad's room. No light seeped from under their door, and I could hear their steady breathing, so they must have been asleep. Lily's room was at the end of the hallway. A thin layer of dust had settled on the doorknob. No one had gone in since the funeral. When I turned the knob, the metal made a faint scratching sound, piercingly loud in the silence. Lily, it's me, I whispered, as if she could still hear me. The room remained exactly as Lily had left it that day. The bed was neatly made, and her unfinished math homework was spread out on her desk. I opened the drawer of her nightstand and my fingers brushed against a hardcover notebook. Lily's diary. I opened to the first page, dated 3 months ago, May 12th. Sunny, saw that man in black again after school today. He was standing under the sycamore tree by the school gate, wearing sunglasses, but I could feel him watching me. This is the third time. A man in black? Lily had never mentioned this. Could he have killed her? I flipped to the next page, May 15th. Cloudy. I told Mom and Dad someone was following me, but they just said I was imagining things. But tonight, when I got up to use the restroom, I saw the kitchen light on. Dad was standing there. What was he eating? Something red, dripping liquid. I quietly slipped back to my room, pretending I hadn't seen anything. A shiver ran down my back. I remembered a metallic smell in the kitchen that morning. Mom had said she accidentally cut her finger. The next few pages were torn out. I quickly flipped through until I saw the entry from a week ago. June 3rd. Rainy. I know, they're not human. Last night, I pretended to be asleep and heard strange noises coming from their room. I peeked through the keyhole. Oh my God, what was that? Dad's face, melting like wax and reforming. Mom said, there's not much time left. We can't show any flaws. What are they talking about? Tomorrow, I need to ask Chloe for help. Reading this, my throat tightened, and my fingertips went cold. Mom and Dad weren't human. Then what were these things I'd been living with for the past few days? Monsters? Why were they being so nice to me now? I trembled as I turned to the last page. There were only a few shaky lines, as if written in a hurry. If you see this, the rules are still in effect. Remember these 3, and never break them, no matter what happens. 1. After